And welcome back to another episode. So when we left off, we had just sent our fleets to upgrade a bit, and you can see they're coming out a good bit stronger, and we owe that to the gauze cannons that we now have. We have our blockading fleet and our transports en route to put down this insolent rebellion here. I'm feeling pretty confident that our fleet will pretty thoroughly trounce what they have here. This is barely even a real thing that they've got. And you can see some of the favoritism for certain ship classes, although I think there might be an issue with range calculation biting us a bit here. But our ships are doing a pretty good job of chipping away at theirs and taking rather low damage in the process. Yeah, look at all of that. Just mowing it down. And there are primitives in this system too, so that's going to be fun to integrate into our empire. Alright, so we'll put bomb the rebels, not the primitives. We've got to know the rebels, not the primitives. Jesus Christ. The armies aren't feeling too good about the invasion right now, but that's fine. The fleet will bomb and send them on their way. And we are also integrating that vassal, which will solve this rebel problem. And this fleet is almost done upgrading, so then once it rallies to Rovanek with the rest of the fleets, we'll be ready to go, I think. And yeah, they're still not really feeling it. Oh, right. These fleets are relatively small, so they don't do a great job with bombarding. That's fine though. Got our colony ship en route to one of these worlds. We're going to go ahead and fill those out real quick. We've got our worlds with the fortress still terraforming. This is going to be a moment though. Yeah, I'll just come back to that. This war is likely to not be too terrible for us. If we take a look at the power of everyone involved, the Righteous League, their strongest people are pathetic compared to us now. And so we're gonna just go ahead and do this. What we want is Castra. We want Poliban, or Polban, Matsonia. Like I said, I'm going to be going more deep than wide on these systems. Sagittarius. There we go. We're at 74, so we might actually be able to grab Asterope as well. Oh no, there's 2 planets in there. So, I'll grab Termana. Yep, that fits. So there we go. War were declared. So the first thing we're going to do is get off to a decent start. But we want to keep our fleets kind of together because they're still at full force. And even though no one of them can even begin to challenge us, all of them might be able to muster enough of a force to get the job done. And these guys are merging with the 5th Nautilus, which is a 10k fleet over there. So we're going to send one of our 30s over to deal with that. Meanwhile, this transport is still not feeling great about invading the rebellion.
Research complete.
Alright, so we finished the Cloud Lightning conduits. I'll just grab cheap technologies. And we landed in combat, which isn't ideal, because it means we can't use our range advantage as much as I'd like. But we have such a gigantic advantage in power, I think we'll be just fine. As you can see, our fleet cutting theirs to ribbons. And their 4.5K just arrived in system, but is too far away to be a part of the initial engagement. Our fleet is back to warp wind down, which just finished, and our fleet's moving to engage theirs. We got them. We can actually use our range now. And that is a very large ship. No, that is several ships stacked on top of each other. Okay. We did lose a cruiser, so we will go ahead and replace that now. So far so good though. And let's see how our bombing here is going. It's going terribly because they're bombing the fucking primitives again. And how about this system? This system looks a little better. So we will go ahead and invade there. Let's see how we're doing with the rebels. Still not happy about it. And overall, losing a cruiser to destroy several thousand points of their fleets, I'm more than happy to make that trade. We come out very much so on top. And they ran off somewhere. Transports are en route. These transports, I should feel good about it now. Yep, here we go. So we'll land and take care of those rebels. Got a 7K fleet from one of the people in the Federation. So I think what I'm going to do is take this fleet up and deal with them since they want to attack that system, and they're not the only fleet landing there.
Station under attack.
And if they kill a couple of stations out there, that's not a big deal.
Station under attack.
Stations can be rebuilt pretty quickly, and we have an abundance of economy. So what we've got going on here is another 7K fleet of theirs. And this is beginning to get into the real problem in dealing with a Federation, is that they just can exist in so many places at once. It can be problematic. But we occupied their planet, so we're going to embark our forces and move them here. I'm going to wait for them to show idle again. We have defeated the rebels, so we'll move these guys back, but I want to keep them kind of away for the moment. Colony established is a good thing. We have the replacement cruiser, and that's the rebels surrendering. So they're back to normal. That's odd. The game is just paused. That is different. Yeah, see, they've got a 22K fleet here warping to Igra, which I will want to overwhelm significantly. Yeah, that's very strange. I don't believe I've seen that before. But we're going to send one of our blockade forces down to that planet. And we actually have enough that I think I might build a couple more. You are shitting me. He's about to have another goddamn rebellion. That's insane. The AI is so horrendously bad at managing them. Okay, so his 22 is going to land on one of ours. You can see our combat fleet is already moving to engage their 22k. And some friends too, by the looks of it. We're going to have these guys move to follow. And these guys are going to move here to rally first.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Alright, and our other combat fleet did manage to catch one of theirs. That's going to shred them. There's no way that I don't win that fight. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell this fleet to halt. There we go. Which, they're on aggressive, so they will just immediately engage afterward. But the enemy has brought quite a few ships to this fight. And I want to overwhelm them as substantially as I can.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Our secondary fleet is entering the battle as well. This fight, I should hold the field with flying colors. But I am losing cruisers, so I'm going to take those from the ones that I'm building already.
Hostile fleet engaged.
The rebellion is official now,
Updated. Hostile fleet engaged.
so we'll send these guys here.
Updated. Hostile fleet engaged.
And
Station under attack.
send these guys to engage that 11k. I don't know what they're waiting on.
Construction complete. Station
Yeah,
under
probably that.
attack. Situation log.
Let's talk about stations being under attack. God damn. This is just annoying. But they're attacking a spaceport, which should keep them busy for a little while. Long enough for me to get involved, at least.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged.
And I'm also crushing them out here, which is going to be worth considerably more than a couple of stations. I did manage to catch their 7k in Valas,
Situation log.
and there we go. Getting wrecked.
Situation log updated. Hostile fleet.
We are in system. These guys are
Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
going to engage the wrong things because primitives. They're not even real people. Alright, so we held Tamana, or Termana. Is that a vassal's fleet or something? Oh no, that's just...
Evading
Okay.
hostile fleet.
And I lost a battleship, actually. Now, what is evading a hostile fleet? Because I only have a finite number of ships that should even try to do that. And they're not really near the enemy. I don't even know. Alright, so... let's move to Igra and have one fleet go to Matsonia. The other fleets I'm going to hold right... yeah. Sorry, I'm distracted, not
Hostile
describing what I'm doing very effectively. But I'm missing one cruiser from this fleet, one cruiser from this one, and 4 from that one.
situation log.
So what I'm going to do is create a fleet with 4 cruisers.
Hostile fleet engaged.
The 3rd Strike Force, which is going to merge with this combat fleet. Here I need to create a new fleet with 1 cruiser
Fleet engaged.
to merge with this combat fleet. Ooh. Shit. I screwed up. Got my blockade fleet caught by an actual fleet of theirs. And I'm very confident in my design's ability to function, but this is just an overwhelming disadvantage. Hopefully I can get away without too many casualties. I actually got away without any casualties. That's fantastic. And meanwhile, this fleet and this transport fleet are going to go bomb this planet. I should have a combat fleet sitting around. There we go. Send them down to Matsonia, and send the one that's in Matsonia to Polbenkir. Can I squash this rebellion yet? No. I finished physics research on something. I'll just go ahead and grab the X-ray laser. Yeah, I definitely killed some of their stuff and got out without any casualties, so even though my blockade fleet was matched against vastly superior numbers, it did its job very well. The battleship is still building, and it'll be going to the 3rd combat fleet, right? Yes. And what is this? Reinforcements. This was the blockade fleet that emerged triumphant. So I'm actually going to have them go head back into my space that I actually control. And when they get there, I'm going to have them repair. They're missing a lot of health, which they will repair on their own, but I'd rather them get it done a little more quickly. Castra should be bombing, but isn't. Why? Oh, because they're going after the wormhole station. That's fine. Are you guys feeling confident yet? No? Okay. And I think I can actually tell them to do that now, and then move to short. Yeah, these wars with the Righteous League are going to be kind of long, at least for a little bit. So now I want the combat fleet in Matsonia and Polbenkir to head to Tirmana. You can see he's bombing the planet. I may be able to use that as bait for a little while to catch his fleets. If I can do that, that'd be nice. Jesus Christ. It really needs to prioritize not the fucking primitives. The primitives are not who I'm at war with. And I will continue to complain about that until it is fixed. Even though I take an aggressive stance toward primitives, I don't want to waste my time bombing primitive forces like that. Yeah, these guys are just going to get rolled over here. Yeah, excellent. Excellent. So these 2 combat fleets. Yeah, it doesn't have anything of substance in the area, so I guess I'll go back to blockading. I finished the climate restoration, so now I can terraform even tomb worlds. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the energy siphon. I have no intention of using it at all, but it is a cheap technology. Split that battleship off and send it to join the combat fleet that's missing a battleship. There we go. Now they should be feeling good about invading here, just in time. And if we come down here to the rebels, they're probably going to be feeling good about that invasion as well. No? Yeah, whatever, fuck it, get on the ground. Alright. Let's see what else we've got going on. This was supposed to be a blockade fleet, so let's go ahead and finish it up. Got a little distracted replacing some casualties. But overall this war is going much better for us than it is for them. Our war score is kind of stagnated at 21%, but divided focus and their fleets finally arriving will kind of have that effect. Oh my god. Another rebellion in this guy's space though. This is so stupid. How is the AI so bad at this? They may not actually do me a favor here. No, I don't think so. Alright, so I've occupied Castra. I can embark and send the transport fleet to Polbenkier. And the combat fleet in Castra I will send to Igra. They're bringing back a 12k fleet, which I think is their Federation fleet actually. And there's the new rebellion that I just finished an old rebellion in time to deal with. The constant rebellions out of these things are annoying. All the AI would have to do is suppress factions. I don't know what it's doing, honestly.
Station under attack.
Actually, I need to go back to Castra. We passed each other in space. But that's alright. Let's see how the health of these are. They are all at full.
Station under attack.
So we're going to the land armies there. Is he just popping stations in this system or something? What is going on?
Construction complete.
Getting a lot of station under attack notifications, and I think it's it might be with the rebels actually. But Matsonia, you're not doing anything important.
Hostile fleet
Like, where are these guys even going? They're leaving the area.
situation log updated. Enemy planet secure.
And I'm breaking his Federation fleet again.
Updated. Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
So where is... Apparently when I told them to repair and then gave them another movement order after that, they decided to not finish repairing.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged.
And Centomeroi closed borders. Surprise, surprise. Let's get, we're waiting on this planet? No, where is... Oh, yeah, we finished occupying this planet. So now we can have these guys move to the next world. It does not appear to have primitives, which is good.
Station under attack. Science ship under attack. Research complete.
I don't even know. They're attacking Sejithani,
Situation
apparently.
updated.
I don't know. That's got to be a bug. I think they joined the war. Yeah, they joined the war on my side, being flagged as a vassal. I don't even know. But... see, are they bombing the right world? Of course they're not. Why would they be bombing the right world? It doesn't make any sense. This is the same system where they didn't want to bomb the right world. There's no reason for them to want to bomb the right one now. So I'm just going to get these Psy warriors. I'm tired of looking at them. Get them bombing there.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Castra is under my control. They're just bombing primitives again. Alright.
Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged. Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
This will be another blockading force. So blockading a planet is worth somewhere in the market of 10k, or 10 war score. So if I can blockade, or well no, it might be like 7, somewhere around there, on empires of this scale. So if I can get them close enough, I can finish off the war real quick by moving blockading forces into systems where they have a little bit of stuff already. And that is a good portion of the plan right now, is to just get them close and then finish it off really quickly with some of those blockading forces.
Situation log updated.
Transport fleet, move there.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Let's see now, we've got combat fleet there, bombing. This combat fleet is moving to blockade. And I have to hunt their fleets down and destroy them pretty aggressively, because not doing so is more or less a surefire way of allowing them the ability to try and occupy some of my things, and I'm just not going to give them the opportunity.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Let's see what we've got going on here.
Situation log updated.
Planet is still on the way.
Situation log updated.
Crushing some fleets. X-ray lasers are complete. So I think we're going to grab... yeah, I don't really care about any of the rest of these technologies. I'm just going to grab Guardian Point Defense just to get it off the list.
Hostile fleet engaged. Situation log updated.
And then you can see the war score with the Sejithari is up to 41% already. Well, I say already, but it's been a while.
Hostile
I think I'm actually going to go ahead and insert a mid-year break coming up here in a moment. But let's see if we can occupy this world first. Yep, they're feeling good about it.
complete.
We'll come down to Shutra. That's so annoying. I'm just gonna
Hostile fleet. Station under attack.
pull the primitives into my empire real quick once I do have that area under my command. Alright, so I'm pulling here, my fleet is idle, which means it needs to go somewhere to attack somebody. It's also slightly annoying that I have to keep fleets back just to deal with the rebels here. But hopefully it's a temporary, well, it won't be a temporary problem. I'll have the same problem every time I liberate a vassal from their space. And I could seed the planets. That might actually be a better choice at this point in the game. It's not like I have friends in the area anymore. So I think I'm going to start doing that instead, just start seeding planets.
Under attack. Enemy
But,
planet secure.
I missed the mid-year. I'll go to New Year, save, whatever. And I'm now occupying this world, so I'll embark all my troops. Move them there, wait for the fleets to get idle.
Situation log updated.
I do maintain that it seems kind of silly that occupying a planet is worth less than
Research complete.
blockading it. Alright, so extraction patterns finished, 5% armor, useful technologies all day. I'm going to send these two blockade fleets to go deal with them. Make sure they're on aggressive. But yeah, this war is going to take a little bit, but overall it doesn't seem to be going too terribly. Oh, he doesn't have an outpost there. I really thought he did. So instead I'm just going to destroy his outpost here. And now how are we doing? Alright, excellent. So the rebellion is about to get put down. Again. Is he retaking worlds or something? Like, where is he getting all this war score? It's fluctuating way too much. Blockade of Orcum Fung. Where is that? Oh, okay. It's about to get cleared up anyway. But this video has gone on long enough, and so I thank you for watching, and I hope you are still enjoying. Have a good one.